Hello everybody. Today I'm going to take you on a journey to a magical place. A place of vast, pure, white snow-covered fields. A place of ice sculptures lovingly carved into beauty by the hands of nature. A place so untouched by the folly of mankind that its sheer majesty takes your breath away. I am of course talking about 1886 Birmingham, the year of our dear Queen Victoria, bless her soul. I miss you more and more with each passing day. Frostpunk is an apocalyptic city building survival game. Judging from my latest release, you may be thinking, Tate, are you always going to be doing such incredibly crafted and hilarious videos on apocalyptic survival city building games? And to that, I can only respond with, don't kink shame me. In Frostpunk, an unknown force has set into motion a slow and unstoppable global cooling event that is set to bring about the next ice age. This, in turn, has caused worldwide destruction through widespread famine, mass economic downfall, and class-based civil unrest. We're not sure what caused the global cooling event. Some say it was the eruption of Mount Krakatoa, shooting metric tons of ash and debris into the lower atmosphere. Some say it was the polar ice caps breaking away and shifting the undersea currents away from their rightful paths. Some people rightfully put the blame squarely on the shoulders of the Brazilian government. We just don't know, but what we do know is that maybe, just maybe, those crazy people complaining about air conditioning weren't crazy after all. Maybe, just maybe, they were trying to warn us. You are the captain, the leader of the last few brave souls to forego the frozen remnants and relative safety of London to head to one of the last hopes of humankind, the generator. Here is where you'll save humanity or doom it to the annals of history. Here is where you make your final stand against the bitter, unforgiving cold. You start by pitching some tents, crafting a soup kitchen, and picking up piles of trash. Now again, you may be thinking, Tate, why are we starting off our colony by following the examples of California city infrastructure? Well, as we all know, nylon is an excellent material capable of handling extreme temperatures. The people inside, yeah, not so much. This is why we need coal. Fortuitously, there are piles of the stuff lying everywhere, as well as piles of wood and piles of steel, all of which are used to keep your bustling shantytown alive. Coal is used to power the generator, which keeps your people eating their beans and warm inside their tents, while wood and steel are used to upgrade, build, and research new technologies to help you survive longer. Thus, the sun sets on your first day in New London, and things are only going to get worse as time progresses. There isn't enough food to go around, there aren't enough hands to do the work, and the temperature is sitting at a cool minus 30 degrees Celsius, which, for any of you Americans out there, is a toasty 649 degrees Fahrenheit. I don't know how your temperature system works, but neither does 98% of the world. Catch up already. These events lead you, the captain, to your first of many difficult moral decisions. Frostpunk is a game that likes to blur the lines of morality, turning the black and white of evil and necessity into 50 shades of grey. It forces you to make the best choice available to you out of nothing but harsh choices. Well, dear viewers, I'm here to help you get through these difficult choices. I am, after all, something of a veteran. Let's begin. Are you the kind of person who likes to see children out in the fresh air, playing in the sun all day, enjoying themselves as they exercise and cooperate, building their social skills with their fellow children? Or do you prefer to see them locked indoors, stuck inside being useless dregs to society? If the first scenario sounds better to you, congratulations! You've just signed your first official law. After all, little hands make quick work, and those iPhone 11s aren't going to build themselves. The Book of Laws is the main way you will manage and change the way your society moves. These laws affect everything from the medical care and treatment of the elderly and your amputees to the local prostitution regulations. The power is in your hands. We do live in a society after all. Using your best judgment, you use these laws to balance the needs of your city as it grows. You balance the hope and discontent of your people. If hope falls too low, you get banished. If discontent gets too high, you get mostly peaceful protests. This is expanded further by your people's need for purpose. Faith or order are your two choices, and it really does boil down to the following. Do you prefer being an unquestionable powerhouse of authority that nobody dare question, or do you prefer being a big-dicked daddy pope boy? I'll leave it to you to decide. This game is brilliant. All the video here is from my own gameplay, and it may look like I'm doing well, but that's because I'm a heartless asshole who has come to understand the true meaning of humanity. To look truth in the eye and walk away a better, stronger man. I have become a member of the Human Resources Department. Human lives are, after all, a resource to be managed. It always does make me laugh when I see people in movies and TV shows trying to hold on to their moral standings when the world is collapsing around them. You do you. I'm going to be over here surviving, and if that does mean that I have to emulate the work ethic of our great overlords, then so be it. The music in this game is absolutely top-notch. No, really, it's spectacular. Piotr Muziat is a champion, and his work tickles my nethers in the nicest of ways. The fact that this game did not win some awards for the music alone is a travesty. Okay, so if I put the fighting pits here, most of the population area in that radius does have access to the blood sports, and that gives them the happiness buff so that they can— wait, why do I hear boss music? Out of everything, the music is the absolute best. It does truly encapsulate the hopeless feeling of cold, depression, and desperation that this game is about. I love it. Graphically, it is cold, it is bleak, and it is wonderful. Zooming out to look at your city from above feels nice. If you don't plan out your city like a true autist, you will have a hard time trying to find where your important buildings are. Trying to find the cemetery in this mess to see if McAfee has died was a nightmare. Other than that, it's great. I highly recommend zooming in and watching the game at one-time speed just to appreciate the quality and efforts the developers put in. Frostpunk is depressing. It's hard, it's cold, it's brutal. I would not have it any other way. I highly recommend that you do try it out. If not, here's a link to the soundtrack on YouTube. Just go listen to it and cry. Thank you for watching.